rings on her fingers. Daisy had been in a coma for more than a month. When the doctor said that she finally died, she had been buried in a cool summer day in a small cemetery about a mile from her home. Maybe she always rests in such peace, her husband said, but she didn't. Late that night, the grave robber with a shovel and a lantern began to dig her up. Since the ground was still soft, he picked up and reached for the coffin and got it open. He hunch was right. Daisy was buried wearing two valuable rings, a wedding ring and a diamond ring with a ruby that glowed as if it were alive. The thief got down on the knees and reached onto the coffin in the grave. They were stuck on her fingers, so he decided the only way to get it was to cut her fingers off with a knife. But when he decided to cut her finger with the wedding ring, it began to bleed, and Daisy Clark began to stir. Suddenly she sat up, terrified. The thief screamed to his feet. He accidentally kicked over the lantern, and light went out. He could hear Daisy climb out of her grave. As she moved past him in the dark, he stood frozen with the fear of clutching the knife in his hand. When Daisy saw him, he pulled the shroud around her and asked, "Who are you?" When the grave robber heard the corpse speak, he ran. Daisy shrugged her shoulders, walked back, and never once looked back. But in the fear of confusion, the thief fled in the wrong direction. He pitched headlong into her grave, fell on the knife, and stabbed himself. While Daisy walked home, the thief bled to death.